Hi Scorpio, hope you guys are doing well. So this is going to be your reading for the end of October into November. It is your guys' birthday season, so happy birthday to all my Scorpios out there. Couple things before we get into the transits. I do want to talk to you guys about my new clothing line. It is on my website or my Etsy, but you can just go to my website. It'll probably be easier. selfmasterymentor.com/shop, and I have a bunch of different things. This is one of my sweaters. I actually got this for my roommate, and it's for him, so it's gonna be a little bit big on me, but this is more so like the guys kind of look, and I don't know if you can see it, but let's see. Okay. It's black. It has black words on it, and it's maroonish color, but there's a bunch of different ones. And essentially what this is like the universal gratitude shirt and universal gratitude on a lot of things, right? I have a phone case with it on there, bags, and this little mug says happiness is where my heart is, right? Okay, let's see, can you see it? Maybe not, okay, let's see. There we go. There it is. So, essentially what it's saying is grateful for the highs, grateful for the lows, grateful for the lights, the darks, the ups, the downs. That is what it is all about, bringing a gratitude in. Virgo just cut you guys, okay? Virgo was like, no. So whenever I make these readings, I did like 3 decks. Like I'll shuffle them. I'll be like this, like who wants to go first? And then whatever comes out, let's see right here, okay? So I only take the majors. So Queen of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. See, no major arcana came out, so then I would go again. All right, here we go. We have the Temperance, which is Sagittarius, King of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. So then we would start with Sag. You see what I'm saying? So when I did the drawings for these, I used 3 different decks. And Virgo and Aquarius were the last to come. Like I had to shuffle these cards, like I think like 4 or 5 times before either of those signs came out, and everyone else had already came out. And then I had a Virgo reach out to me. Well, I reached out to the Virgo about something, and the Virgo responded and was like, hey, like, where is the Virgo reading? What are you doing? And I ended up sending it, deciding to do it. I was not going to do these readings anymore. I was just like, you know what? So, whatever. Here we are. We're here. So you guys got caught. When it comes to you, Scorpio, like we said, happy birthday to you guys. And then also the new moon solar eclipse is happening in Scorpio in your first house. So you guys could be going through a major change in you, okay? First house eclipse is all about yourself, your ego, your identity, how you show up, how you come across to others. You may go through a wardrobe change, a style change, a hair change, some sort of appearance change or upgrade to really enhance your look. This is all about how you portray yourself. You may want to come across a new way. You may want to level yourself up in some way. But regardless, whatever you're going to do, it's going to be great, okay? So don't worry about it. It's going to be great. When it comes to the full moon eclipse in Taurus on November 8th, that is happening for you in your 7th house. That is your long-term partnerships, your long-term relationships. These are people you could be in a long-term relationship with, or just people who have been in your life for the long haul. You could be releasing some of those connections at this time, or maybe adjusting the way that they are in your life. Okay, let me know if that makes sense for you guys. But essentially a full moon is all about releasing. So say for example, you had a friend in your life for the long term, or you had, man, I cannot speak. You had someone in your life, a relationship in your life, a business partner in your life. You had someone in your life for the long term. And at that time, during November 8th, you're probably going to have at least one connection that you truly make peace with, that you're okay to release at this time. Whatever that's going to be for you. And that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to have certain people leave our lives, or at least leave the importance level of our lives in what box we put them in, right? just because someone's been around, right? Let's say you have a friend in your life. Just because a friend has been in your life for 15 years doesn't mean that that friend is helping you grow anymore. You know, it might just be someone you know because you've known them. You could be in a relationship, a long-term relationship, and then just decide, you know what, like, I'm not actually happy. I'm just doing this because I'm committed. And that would be something you might check in with yourself. You could have a business partnership, someone who's been around you for a while, and you're just like, I don't really see eye to eye with this person. Like, our values don't really align, or I don't really like the way that, you know, they treated me or whatever. And you just decide, you know what? I'm okay with having this eclipse out of my life, right? Whatever leaves your life during that time, it's meant to. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to fight it, because when you let go of old, you make room for new, and you can't bring new in if you don't have room to bring someone new in, right? If you have a truck full of people or a car full of people, and you're like, you know, you see this person somewhere, or you really want to bring them with you, you want to go to an event, you want to do something, you really want to bring them with you, but you don't have any room in the car, what are you going to do? You can't take them. You know, you can't take them. So you gotta make room for them to get in. They can't get in if there's not room for them to get in the first place, right? So make sure that you're really looking at your life in different areas and figuring out, you know, who do I want to be in my ride with me? Like, I always see it that way. It's like, me in my dream car, what I want, what I'm doing, where I'm going, whatever. And it's like, is this person, do I want this person in the car with me? If I were to be stuck in the car with this person for 5 hours, am I going to want to punch myself in the face? Or am I going to be happy and excited and laughing and singing and car dancing and having a good time? You know, really look at that. Who would you want to be trapped in a car with for 5 hours, okay? Who would make your 5 hours better, and who would make your 5 hours feel like 5 years, all right? Yeah, let's look at that. Okay, break the chain. Right here, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. And then we have priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And the priestess is like the high priestess in the deck. That's the intuitive. That's the person who uses their intuition, who understands their intuition, who trusts their intuition. That's a big thing. Your intuition can speak to you all day, all night. Doesn't really matter. But if you're over here like, whatever, I'm not going to listen to it. Yeah, that's probably not true. Doubt it. Doing that cynical thing that you guys can do. Then, like, it doesn't really mean anything, right? It doesn't really mean anything. You can have all the opportunities in the world, right? You can have 10 doors with 25 million behind each door. But if you just, and your mind is telling you, open that door, but you're over here like, yeah, whatever, there's nothing good gonna be behind there. I've opened a door before, I didn't get anything. Yeah, whatever. And that's just your thought on life, like letting that shadow aspect creep in. You're just doing yourself a disservice. If you feel a nudge, if you feel a calling, if you feel something out of nowhere tell you to do something or drive somewhere or make a change in the way that you're going, do it. Do it. Treat it like a game. If you ever feel that nudge to call someone, to text someone, to drive somewhere, to do something, do it. Like, do it. It is so funny how many times I've reached out to somebody and I'm like, hey, you know, I hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you in a while, but I'm thinking about you. And they're like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it happens all the time. So use your intuition. At the end of the day, you guys are intuitive. That is, you're a water sign. That's how it goes. When you're a water sign, you can't really escape it. You know, you can try to, you know, dumb it down, but it's still there. Like, it's not going anywhere. So the more that you neglect it, or the more that you don't allow yourself to sit into it, the more you're just neglecting a part of who you are. Delusion. Oh my God, I'm so done with you guys. Done with you guys, and I'm done with Virgo. So funny. Not really, but almost went in my coffee. Good thing it didn't fit in my coffee. Okay, invite help, sanctity, flow, and divine flow. So double flow. Look at you guys. Okay, and liberation. Reframe an inner child. All right, you guys are already, I can already tell you guys are kind of having an intense reading. So get ready. Okay. All right, Scorpio. We have some inner child work that has to be looked at, okay? I'm sorry this reading isn't going to start out as so like cupcakes, rainbows, all that. All right, we're just going to dive into the nitty-gritty because you guys need it. We have break the chain right here, which is all about ancestral patterns and healing. Ancestral patterns are things that we do because our parents do it. Things that we do, thoughts that we have, belief systems that we follow, rules that we follow, rules that we make other people follow because the rules that we were told to follow, and so on and so forth. 11:11, as I said that. I feel like there's a part of you that really needs to look at your belief system, your mentalities, your drive behind certain things, certain actions, certain behaviors, and really look at, okay, am I doing this just because it's a pattern of what my mom and dad did and what their mom and dad did? Am I thinking the way that they're thinking because I was told to think that way? Or am I thinking for myself? Am I doing what I genuinely love, or am I doing what I was told I should do in order to be happy? Right? Remember, there are often times when people's parents want them to do a certain thing, a certain activity, a certain job, a certain hobby, a certain sport, because the parents said they should, because they would be good at it, or because it would make them a lot of money, or because if they did this, then they could buy that, and then they could have the nice car and the nice this. And are you doing something because someone else framed your mentality to tell you that this is the right thing to do? Or are you doing it because you genuinely actually want to do it, and you genuinely want to actually spend your time, energy, attention, emotion, and focus into it? I mean, you guys have the card, okay? I don't have the card. The card here is about ancestral patterns and healing. So clearly, you're doing something that you gotta stop doing, all right? Otherwise, you wouldn't get the card. The card would be for somebody else who's doing it. But the problem is, you're doing it. And the card underneath of it is invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, please pursue me. That is all stating one thing: surrender. And you guys are a fixed sign, which means you like things a certain way and you want it to be done a certain way because you like to be in control, and you probably think you know best, and you're fixed, and that's just how it is, and that's just how it is. But is that really how it is, or is that just how your energy makes you think and believe that it is? 333 right there, because you're not aware enough of your energy to understand that I don't need to be that way. I'm going to release control. I'm going to invite something new into my life, someone new, a new belief system, a new pattern of behavior, a new thought process. And I'm going to look at life in a different way. I'm going to start trusting my intuition. I'm going to start trusting the nudges that I'm getting. I'm going to start trusting what I'm feeling called to do, even if it doesn't make sense to anybody else. I'm gonna do what makes me happy. It's my birthday, it's my time, it's my eclipse, it's for you, okay? This is your season, Scorpio. This is nobody else's. This is time for you to focus on you, okay? 100% you. That new moon eclipse, Scorpio, what's that about? It's about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. And what are we releasing at the full moon? Connections and relationships that maybe have been around for a while that aren't actually filling us up. So right now, if you can invite the help in of spirit, of angels, of God, of whatever your belief system is, it does not matter what you believe. Whatever your belief system is, bring it in, move into that state of surrender, release the control, invite the help of friends, family, your guides, your intuition. And when you do that right here, look, sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problems can become a sacrament. Do you see something as a problem? Or do you see it as a blessing? Do you see an inconvenience as a problem? Or do you see that as something rerouting you to put you where you need to be at the right time, at the right place? What is your perspective? Is your perspective such that something's an inconvenience, or something is this, or something is that because someone else told you to think that? Or are you going to rewrite your story, rewrite your thought processes, rewrite your emotional processes, rewrite all of that and say, okay, is this really an inconvenience though? Is this really that bad? Is this really, not what I want? I feel like that can answer a lot of your questions for you. Once you're able to do that, and once you're able to step more into your own power and start seeing everything that happens to you in your life as more of a blessing than a curse, you're going to move into flow. We have flow and divine flow. It's literally what we got here, flow. And what happens when we're in a state of flow? Our blessings come, our abundance comes, our relationship comes, our love comes, our money comes. When we are in a state of flow, because when you're in a state of flow, you're not restricting, you're not, doubting, you're not fearing, you're not discrediting, you're not judging, you're not shaming, you're not any of that. When you're in flow, you're happy. When you're in flow, you're grateful. When you're in flow, you're just allowing what's meant to be. You're calling in what you want. You're telling the universe what you want, and then you're allowing it to come to you because you feel ready. You no longer feel restricted. You no longer feel controlled. You no longer feel confined. You no longer feel any of that. You're in flow. I graciously accept what it is that I'm going to bring into my life. I graciously accept all the blessings, all the abundance, and I'm just ready to be happy, healthy, and bring in the gifts, okay? So get yourself into that state of flow again. Things don't need to be heavy. Things don't need to be so serious. I have that same message for Virgo. We have the Hierophant, Angel of Blessings, and the Ace of Wands, which is all about inspiration. You could have a Taurus around you. I feel like that could be someone who actually helps you a lot when it comes to breaking the certain chains that you're dealing with from your past, okay? If you are dealing with a Taurus directly, I feel like they could possibly bring you back to your sense of spirituality, all right? If you haven't been as aligned to your spirituality or your belief systems, and maybe feeling a little disconnected for some sort of a reason, I feel like they could be helping you see things from a higher perspective. So for example, if you're religious, that might make you, a little bit more strongly connected to your religion. If you're spiritual, it can help you really enhance your spiritual connection. If you're both, it can enhance both. If you're new to this, it may really bring in some massive downloads that are helping you connect with your divine, right? And I feel like it's going to inspire you again to step more into your intuition. The more and more that you're connected to that spiritual sense of you, the more and more you're going to be connected with your intuition and be inspired by your intuition. All right, we have the Justice card right here, which is the Angel of Integrity, Ace of Pentacles, Abundance, Two of Wands, Progress, and the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and the Angel of Reflection. So we've got Taurus, Libra, and Virgo energy around you. We have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So if you've been trying to make progress with something in your life, and you've been wanting to really bring in maybe a new way of seeing work a new way of seeing money, a new way of seeing creativity, or even bridging the two of those together, I feel like you're gonna find that perfect happy medium and that perfect infusion between your creativity and your material world. So it's almost like you're taking the inspiration, you're taking the practicality of it, and you're infusing the two together to make one big, massive melting pot, right? When you do that, right, when you literally mix the elements together, what do you get? You get flow, you get balance, you get all of that. But this is really heavily catered to more of the pentacle earthy side with a mix of inspiration. When it comes to your inspiration, it's like you're just close enough to your manifestation. The Ace of Wands or the Two of Wands is the Three of Wands. That means you're preparing to receive your gift, or you're preparing to have that relationship, or preparing to have that manifestation, that 1111. You're preparing for that, right? You're almost there. But again, it's like the universe is making you balance out your energies first. We got earth, fire, earth, right? With justice in the center, which is air. And we're in Libra season right now as I say this. So it's almost like you needing to infuse that more practical, more analytical, more earthy type energy with the creativity and the inspiration and the ideas of things together. And then when you do that and you balance that out, that's really going to be what helps take you to flow. You could be reflecting a lot on your progress during this time, especially your progress when it comes to your money or your abundance, as well as the blessings that are in your life. Okay, what do we have for Scorpio? You have the Fool card and the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. Okay, we have three masculine energies around you, but we don't have your masculine energy. So what's keeping you out of balance right now is your own energy, all right? We've got King of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the King of Swords. And the one that's missing is the one that speaks the loudest. So when it comes to your masculine energy, whether you are male or female, I feel like you're doing really well taking charge with knowing what you want, taking charge with making things come to life, maybe talking seriously about what you want, being inspired to take the action on something that you want. But I feel like what you're hiding is your emotions. It's almost like you're trying to be so hardcore with everything else that you're neglecting the part of you that you truly are made of because you don't want to deal with it. It's like you're running from yourself is really what I see here. You're like running from yourself. It's like you're willing to take on the energy of everyone around you, or willing to take on the persona that you got it together and you got it all and you're taking action and you got your money and you're working hard and you're, doing all this stuff. You're in your masculine energy, but you're neglecting your emotions. You're neglecting who you are. King of Cups is, whether you're male or female, is Scorpio energy. And that's nowhere to be found, which means you're neglecting you. You are the water element. You are the emotions. You are the caring, loving, supportive, protective person. Like if you're not doing that, you're denying you. It's like me as a fire sign being creative and inspirational and exciting and magnetic in a lot of ways. That, if I were to just like taper myself down and be dull as fuck because that's what makes everybody feel good, I would be denying who I am. Like, At the end of the day, I am fire. I am electricity. So if I were to just dumb down and act like a piece of soggy wood, like, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't do that. That's just like, why are you not standing in your power? Male or female, why are you not embracing your emotions? Why are you trying to neglect them? Why are you trying to act like they aren't existent? It's who you are. Like, it's who you are. You know, why are you not embracing who you are? That means you're trying to not look at an aspect of yourself because there's something you're holding on to deep down that you don't want to deal with, because you know if you deal with it, it might hurt, it might be uncomfortable, it might not feel good, and you don't want to feel that, so you're avoiding that, and all you're doing is caring about your work and your money. You want to know why? Here it is. 5 of Cups. You see that? There's the cups. You have work and you have money. You have inspiration and you have money. You've got progress and you've got money. You've got seriousness and you got money. You got more work and money. And you got money. We got it. You know, we got the point. But are you happy? Hell no, you're not. That's it. You're not. So, how can we help Scorpio? High Priestess. That's the intuition card. How can we help Scorpio be happy again? And the 4 of Cups. What is with you guys in this sad energy? 4 of Cups. 2 of Swords. And the 6 of Cups. There's something you're avoiding. Let's see here. What's this 2 of Swords about? The 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups together is the 10 of Cups, which is that happy wish fulfillment emotions, wish fulfillment relationship, wish fulfillment. It's like the happiest, happy love, abundance, growth, prosperity, joy, bliss. Like, it's all of that. But in the center that has it split, right, which has it being a missed opportunity, is something that you're not choosing to look at. And what is it associated with? Your emotions, which you're neglecting. All right, what is this that you're avoiding? We have the Devil card and the King of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically a Capricorn, but again, doesn't have to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this person is very negative. They're very toxic. They could be very controlling. They could be very obsessive. They could be very heavy in their energy and how they deal with things. They might make very, very snooty and snarky and doubtful or negative comments. They might say things that are very harsh. They might do things that are very harsh. They might be very, very succumb to their negative shadow energy, and that is slipping into your energy and causing you to take on a super negative form and keeping you really unhappy. Tell us about it. We have the Temperance, which is Sag, and the 7 of Cups. So it's so funny because we have the King of Pentacles and the Devil card, and then we have the Temperance, the Sagittarius card, and the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups, if it's by certain energies, can be confusion, illusion, but it can also be possibility. So I feel like the way that this person is looking at, let's say, work or abundance or whatever this negativeness is that's around them, I feel like it's causing them to be an illusion over something and not be able to see things clearly. When we have the Devil with the 7 of Cups, that's all about an illusion. So this person almost is like making up an illusion in their mind of something, some situation, some belief system, some pattern. And it's almost like consuming over their over their life. It's like they've got a little cloud, right? They got their own little cloud. And they got, let's call it the little demon cloud, right? And they got their little demon cloud, and it doesn't really matter where they go. They can go in the kitchen, they got their little demon cloud. They want to go to church, they still got the demon cloud. It doesn't, just because you go to church doesn't mean you're that great. Okay, let's say you got your little demon cloud, right? And they're taking it around, and then they go to the supermarket, and they got their demon cloud. And they go to the movies, and they got their demon cloud. And they go, doesn't matter, doing whatever, and they got their little demon cloud, and they're just mad, and they're just critical, and they're just meh. Which earth signs can do because they're so freaking practical, okay? They are so practical. Both my dads are earth signs, and let me tell you, two of the most negative people I have ever dealt with in my entire life. Even though they're very kind and they're very nice and they're very, if you talk to them, you wouldn't know. But if you're around them and they get really comfortable, they can make very like comments, and it's just like, but really, do we really need it? And that can really get you down over time if you're a bystander, if you're just listening to someone, or even just listening to their thought process on things. Like there's so many people who are like, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. And that's like such like a male earth sign thing. They're so practical and they're so logical that it's like, all right, I'll believe it when I see it. And then they get all doubtful. And it's like, no, but you have to believe it before you see it. That's the whole point of law of attraction. That's why they oftentimes aren't able to connect in the way that they want to connect to certain things, because they're so earthbound that they have this like disconnect when it comes to believing something before it's actually practical and tangible. So for you, if you're around someone like this, or you have someone in your energy who is very harsh or is very maybe negative about certain things, this is a time to maybe look at a different perspective, because it's funny how we have the King of Pentacles and the Devil card, right? That's all about negativity. It's all about toxicity. That's all about control. And then we have the Temperance here, which is the Angel. So we've got the Devil and we've got the Angel. The Angel, Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, is all about possibility. That's all about options. It's all about, there's so many ways something can turn out. Why do I need to choose to look at the bad one? This one over here just looks at the bad one because they're consumed in the bad one. They're consumed in the bad energy. They're consumed by that negative control. These ones see possibility. They see different options of different outcomes and different things, right? This one, for example, is a little face, and this one is jewels, and this one is a wreath, and this one has a little sheet over its head. You never really know what you're gonna get, but if you always think of the bad one and get consumed by the bad one, you're gonna get the bad one. But if you can open up to it and you can say, you know what? I see possibility. I see abundance. I see growth. All right, there's 7 different ways this can happen. All right, well, 3 of them are really good. 3 of them are really, really good. So I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna take a chance because there is a really good probability that it's gonna turn out exactly as I want. I'm gonna get what I want, and it's all gonna work out. And I'm gonna stay in this angel, positive, happy energy, okay? 3, 3, 3, 3, right there, as I said that. And we have the Chariot card right here, which is all about movement. That's all about travel. That's all about going somewhere new. So you may need to make a shift. Oh yeah, right here. You may need to make a shift. You may need to make a shift. You may need to go on a trip. You may need to go on a road trip. You may need to do something that's going to bring your manifestation in, but it's going to require you taking out the negative energy of someone around you, that negative practical energy, and looking at the more positive, abundant energy, and then making the shift to actually go there, making the shift to actually do something and invest. And why do I say that? 777. 777 is the epitome of manifestation. 777. When you hit the lottery, what is it? 777. 777 is manifestation. When I sold my condo, my closing statement read 777. My mortgage payoff was 777. My car was 777. When I went to go see it, the license plate was 777. You guys, 777, if you see it somewhere, if you see it anywhere, that means it's time to do it. That is your trigger warning to do it, okay? We have the 8 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So you may need, like we said, to go on some sort of journey or travel somewhere or do something or make some sort of offer or gesture if you do want this manifestation, 777. Temperance card here is all about divine timing. So if you see 777 anywhere, that is your sign, that is your cue. It's time for you to make that shift, make that transition, reach out, send this message, make an offer, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're working on, that is your cue to do it. Okay, we have the Hermit again. And the Ace of Wands. What is this you're reflecting on? You're doing a lot of reflection work right now. Okay. You could be reflecting on an idea that you have or an inspiration that you have that you know is going to bring a lot of joy back into your life. Okay, the 3 of Cups card is the cup of friends, parties, celebrations, reunions, gatherings, all that. We have the 3 of Cups and the 7 of Cups together, which is the 10 of Cups. We have the 6 and the 4, which again is the 10. So it's like your emotions are a little split with things. And it's not that they're split in a bad way, it's just that you haven't been able to fully pull them all together. All right, you haven't been able to pull them into the same place, into the same vicinity, into the same structure. I feel like you've been trying to process a lot of internal reflection on whatever negative energy has been around you, whatever patterns you've been dealing with, any of this like heavier energy that's been keeping you out of flow. I feel like you've been in a reflection period for such a long time that it's almost clouding your judgment to the point where you're neglecting to see the inspiration in your life, the happiness, the joy, the enlightenment of what's been going on around you. You have 777 here in your energy. You aren't going to change my mind. And what do we have right here? 7 and 7. So you got 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. All right? You already won the lottery a million times over. You just got to go claim your prize. So how are we going to go do it? Oh, wait, actually, you know, I wanted to read this because we have the Sun card, Queen of Wands, and the Tower. So you could have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius around you. I want to see what this Tower is all about. What is this Tower all about? Another 7. 10 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, and the 7 of Pentacles. 7, 7, 7. All right, that is twice now. You guys have had 7, 7, 7. All right, Scorpio, it's your birthday season. You're in flow. You're in divine flow. You're kind of pulling all your emotions in back together, stepping more into your energy again, being more inspired about your enlightenment again, and you're planning very strategically how you're going to go get what you want. 7, 7, 7. Like we said, you could have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius around you, a Leo, a Scorpio, a Pisces, but I feel like whoever it is that you guys are dealing with, or a few, you know, it could be friends, it could be family members, it could be whatever, whoever's involved in this massive manifestation that you've been wanting, it's going to come in with a bang. It's going to come in with an absolute bang for you in a huge way. And we're going to look more at this Tower to see the details. We're going to look more at this Tower to see the details. It could shock your family around you. It could shock an Aries, Leo, Sag around you. It could I feel like it's gonna bring a massive change, and I do feel that this could happen around the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, as we have the Tower card here, right underneath your energy with the Enlightenment card, the Judgment card, and the Judgment is the last card before the World card, which is the completion. So this is like the major awakening before everything comes all full circle. It's going to be happening in a shocking way, and we have the Scorpio eclipse on the 25th. So tell us more about this Tower. And the Judgment came out again, and another 7. I'm done with you guys. And another 7. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. You gotta put down any weight that you're carrying, any dead weight, any weight from work, any weight from people, any weight from any weight, all right? This doesn't go in your carry-on bag. All right, you see those ones. Those don't go in your carry-on bag. If you're going on a trip and you're going somewhere quick, you're going somewhere to get away, you don't pack up all your bullshit and take it with you, all right? There's no suitcase on the plane for your bullshit. So you just kind of like, let it go, keep it at home, get on the plane with the least amount of things you need and go allow yourself to be free for once. Allow yourself to be free. That is the enlightenment that you are truly coming to, is that you want to be free for once in your life. You want to surrender to other people's patterns, other people's behaviors, other people's control in what you do in your life, and you just want to be free. That's it. You want to be free. You want to see that possibility for once. You want to. So allow yourself to. All right, allow yourself to enjoy that. You deserve it. That's really what it comes down to. Tell us about these 2 more 7s. Full card. And another 7. Oh my gosh. This King of Pentacles, whoever is around you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whoever is around you, if this person caused you a lot of pain, in one way, shape, or form, or was a big weight in your life in one way, shape, or form, all of that's going to come full circle for you in a big way. It's almost like before there was like this big cloud of negativity around you because of this person. And then you were introduced to someone who saw things in a new light, who saw things, instead of being so heavy and negative, they saw them as very opportunistic and abundant and full of possibilities, right? When that happened, you realized you were in alignment with something. 777, right? You realized you were in alignment. You felt inspired to go towards something, and you did. You followed that inspiration, at least for a minute. Then we have, again, the 777. So we have this major shocking event that's coming in for you. That's going to enlighten you. That's going to enlighten your family's perspective, your happiness, your joy. It's going to make you feel happy again. And then, you're going to be very, very serious about where you're going next. It's almost going to be this thing of like feeling restricted, feeling like you aren't in control of your own story, realizing what is maybe controlling your story that's not benefiting you, removing that, no longer allowing that to control you, kind of just like pushing it out of the way, seeing a new perspective, seeing a new way of being, thinking, all of that. Stepping into your emotional power, stepping into your emotional strength, your emotional integrity, who you are at the core in your emotions, because you are an emotional, intuitive water being. And if you are neglecting that, you're not being you. So eventually you're going to step into your energy. You're going to stop giving energy to people who are bringing you down. You're going to see a much more positive way of life, a much more positive, abundant, opportunistic perspective on life. And then from there, it's just alignment, alignment, alignment. 3 times over, you have 777, 777, and 777. And as I said that, it was 4444. So right there, that is something around your home, your foundations, your partnerships, your family. There is major alignment for you, Scorpio, right now. I mean, this is huge. 777, 3 times over. And at the very end, it wraps back around with the same person who was negative before. And if you were dealing with 2 people, maybe one who was more practical and one who was a little bit more harsh in your life, I feel like, again, you're really gonna transform those connections and find a way for all of you guys to come back to a more centered, loving, reciprocal connection. Like, it's going to be built on all elements of everything. It's going to be built on the balance of practicality, of intellect, of strong communication, of emotional support, of love, of truth, of inspiration and creativity. You're going to infuse this relationship and the relationships of people around you in a much stronger and better way. So even if you aren't releasing anyone like physically out of your life during that full moon eclipse in Taurus, you could be just releasing an aspect of your connection that was previously keeping your connection at bay and not allowing it to progress any deeper or any stronger. All right. What do we have? 3 of Pentacles, Tower, and the 4 of Cups. Okay. If you have a Taurus around you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around you, I feel like that person's really going to be working on kind of like building you up again. I want you guys to look up synchronicity 345. Okay, let's look into what this tower is. What's this tower? 345. They could have been the ones who built the disappointment in your connection, or any drama in your connection, the heaviness in your connection. They could have been the one who really built that up and built it onto a foundation that wasn't exactly secure. Like, it looks secure, you know, from around you. It looks strong. It looks stable. It looks that way, but is it? Okay, 10 of Swords just came out. Oh, 10 of Swords and the Temperance, which is Sagittarius. That was not a strong foundation. I'll tell you that right now, because whatever happened with this person, this situation, you really, 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 really hurt somebody else. Either hurt yourself or somebody else. But where we have this Temperance here, this Sagittarius energy, what do we have? The 10 of Swords and the Temperance energy. So you have that person here in your energy with a 777, right? You have them here with a manifestation. But you also have them here being backstabbed or being completely just, see that? He's stabbed in the back 10 times. If you didn't die the first time, they're going to make sure you die on the 10th, okay? That's what you got here. So especially if that was the person you had a relationship with, 2 of Cups. Yeah. What does Scorpio need to know about that? That could have been a relationship too that was pretty equal for you, because the 2 of Cups is that equal reciprocal relationship. It's a twin flame relationship, if you guys resonate with that, which is somebody who is like the strongest of all strong, but they also mirror back all of the areas where you need to do work. So they're not easy, okay? They're not easy, but they are the strongest and most powerful connection that you can have. And then we have the Justice. So that's about balance. That's about reciprocation. We have the 4 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Regardless of whatever happened, right? We have 444 right here. Regardless of whatever happened, You're gonna have the opportunity to really make this right again, bring this back into balance, to kind of have it even out. We have, again, the Four of Wands is the 11-11 card. So you're gonna have that chance. You might need to be the one who, let me see, what's this all about? You might need to be the one to make some sort of tangible gesture. Your mom could have an idea. The Empress card fell out over top. Why do you need to know that? Why do you need to know that? We have the Moon card and the Six of Pentacles. Why does this matter? All right. So you could have a mother figure around you, Empress card, who wants to be generous with however you approach this situation. Again, if this is around a relationship, a connection, making something right, they could have a good idea for you on how you can approach this and invest correctly, invest in like a big way instead of invest in more of like a smaller type of way. All right. So they may give you an idea of how you can talk about this and take action on this. Be open to what they have to say. Be open, but at the end of the day, you have to be the one who makes a strong decision on what you're going to do. You've got everything you need. You've got everything you need. So trust your emotions and trust yourself to be able to speak clearly about what it is that you want. And when you do that, you're going to be able to kind of move forward towards that. But again, trust yourself. I don't feel like you're trusting your emotions enough. It's almost like you're going back and forth, or you're trying to, should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I do this? Should I not do this? It's like you're teeter-tottering a little bit on whether or not it's actually going to be a wish fulfillment or whether it's just going to be a challenge. Now remember, we manifest what we think about. We manifest what we focus on. So if you're focusing on, is it not going to happen? Is it going to just be a challenge? You're manifesting doubt. You're manifesting challenges. If you're focusing on the good, the positive, you're going to get that, right? The difference between the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups is the Seven of Wands means you're fighting against something, you're resisting it, you're seeing challenges and you're overcoming those challenges. The Seven of Cups is about possibilities, different options of what can happen, of different outcomes and different scenarios. So which one feels more exciting? Which one feels more abundant? The one that has possibility, right? And the possibility is around the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy, which is the angel of the zodiac. So that's that positive energy. It's the most positive sign that there is, right? So make sure you're focusing on the positive, because where energy goes, energy flows. So wherever you're putting your attention, positive outcomes, good. You're gonna get more because your energy is going there. It's just like you're snowballing in a good direction. So make sure you're snowballing in the best direction, because again, you got 777, 777, and 777. You got a lot of manifestations and a lot of alignment happening for you guys. All right. We have meditate and contemplate, and be bold and make the first move. Right there. It's time to release negativity. Don't let your past hold you back. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Okay. During this new moon in Scorpio eclipse on October 25th, work through your fears. Release the negativity. Release whatever's happened in the past. And look, expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Meditate and contemplate, be bold, and make the first move. So that is it, Scorpio. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.